Okay, we're going to get this started right now. It's Jim and Paul versus Mike and Oscar. I know nothing about these gentlemen. I now have a chat room running, so if you have any questions for me here at POV, please feel free to ask them in the chat room. So, okay, here we go. So I see a handshake, and looks like we're going to get a lag going now. So Mike and Paul versus Jim and Paul versus Mike and Oscar, and it's a race to 3. And we're playing 8-ball, and there's the lag. And I guess this guy right here, the fist bumper over here. Hey, you look so handsome. All right, guys, good luck. What's your name, sir? Jim. All right, now I know. Okay. Thank you, sir. His name is Jim. So now I can scientifically deduce who everybody is in this match just by knowing that one person's name. Yeah, I know the other guy's name. Shh.
But even if you didn't, I'm pretty sure you could.
I'd figure it out. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Latin guy is not named Paul. Okay, so here, this is Jim right here. Nope, this is not Jim. Okay, this is Mike and Oscar. Shooting right now is Mike in the flannel. And these guys this is a race to 3. And Mike is studying the table with a scratch on the break by Jim, or by, yeah, I believe, was it Jim or maybe Paul? Paul broke, but this is Mike. Looks like he's taking on stripes. Okay. 11 ball, 9 ball available. 14 ball is your problem ball. So that needs to be addressed pretty quickly. I might just, well, not really sure how fast this table is. Anyway, the corner pocket looks pretty covered by stripes over there. So that corner pocket and the actually the other corner pocket to the left-hand side is also covered by the 9 ball. So the stripes are definitely the suit to play with right now. Now here, you see this, because of the balls being covered, the stripes covering these corner pockets, you kind of want to do something where, like, I don't know, you maybe shoot the 4 into the 9 to make the 9, and then you recover the pocket with your 4 ball. But these guys they're not thinking like that right now. I don't see them really planning that. For those of you who can't see, the 14 ball over by the 8 ball has another ball in front of it. That's the 6 ball. That's probably why you can't really see it, because it's green and it's also in front of another green ball. So the 14 and the 6 are kind of like tied up together just above the 8 ball there. This is Jim shooting now, and he's with Jim and Paul. And good work by these guys, but it looks like good shot making, or at least good mechanics and good stroke and stuff, but these guys need to kind of think ahead a little bit and get going with their strategy, because they're going to find themselves in a lot of trouble every game if they don't try to recover these pockets or force these guys to shoot through. See, they've even moved the 6 ball away from the 14. So now the 14 is completely open. If you can get to the short side of the 14, then you can essentially make the 14 and take out the rest of those stripes and win the game. So I wouldn't want to be solids right now. Let's just put it that way, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that plan sort of went awry there. I think they were just trying to kind of. They're talking now. See, by the way, this is TAP League, so there's no timeouts. They can talk to each other anytime about the shot. That's kind of what's cool about the TAP League is that you know, two heads are better than one. You can kind of plan out the shots as you move along through the rack. You can do it together, and you can take kind of as much time as you want, really, unless they decide to put a shot clock on you. But you can still talk to each other. 14 to the 9, is that the plan? I think that would be the plan. That was Oscar playing a very good shot. And cue ball came up nicely for these two stripes that are in front of the 5. He came actually within the distance of the 5 ball to make those 2 balls available. So that's good for him. Nice little draw out on the 10 ball. So now Oscar can take his pick here. He can. I probably would shoot the 13 right now, then go back up table, shoot that 15 at the left-hand corner pocket by the TAP logo there, the TAP League logo, and then come down for the 14. But you got to be careful because there's a little bit of moving around here. You know, you've essentially given your opponent the table back if you miss any of these last 2 balls, or if you get out of position for the 8 ball. You're basically giving your opponent a nice wide open table again. So you know, it's very important, guys, that when you're playing 8 ball, that if you're going to run these out, you better bear down and run them out, and you better have a good plan to run them out. So if you're trying to learn 8 ball, this is really the way to play it, you know, the strategy. Strategery, so important in this game. I cannot stress to you how important the strategy of 8 ball is. Strategy, and not to mention execution. You know, your execution needs to be perfect. The more balls you take down, the less choices you have. So you actually have to kind of plan your shots ahead so that you can still have multiple choices even if you get slightly out of line. It's such a complex game. It's such a wonderful game. Really, the best 8 ball players really can separate the men from the boys, you know. Oscar, you know, as I had said, you know, he's got slightly out of position here. So now he's left his partner, Paul. He's left his partner with a real tough shot. He's jacked up over the 6 ball. And this is not what you want to do. You don't want to be missing this shot. If you miss this shot, you're essentially giving your opponent the whole game. But I see a safety here too, where he could just roll the 8 ball right up to the 4 ball and basically reopen the chess match, force these guys to think a little bit. He's going for the side. And no good. And so therein lies the problem, guys. So now Jim and Paul now playing with a totally open table. It's not going to be an easy route to win. You do need some skill, especially to play this one shot here, the 4 ball. You don't want to leave your opponent too difficult. If you got any sort of stroke whatsoever, I would recommend either a power draw or a little bit of a force follow for the 5 ball next. So let's see what he does. He forced followed, and that was perfect execution. That is exactly the way you want to play that shot. Making the rest of this game easy for his teammate. Just make that 5. Perfect execution. Now each shot is just a natural angle. And the only thing he doesn't want to do here is Jim does not want to follow the ball too much to where the cue ball rolls up towards the side pocket. If he does that, he could be making it tough. You see how it's rolling toward the side, but in this case, he hit this soft enough to give his partner just a little bit of angle, and this should go in. Game 1 to Jim and Paul, and so there you have it. You know, Stripes obviously had the advantage in this game for the first part of the match, but as you can see, one slight mistake by Oscar in position caused the whole thing to go awry. So it'll be game 1 to Jim and Paul. Difficult game this is. Such a difficult game, and if you have the strategy of this game down, you're actually in a better place sometimes than you are against somebody with all that stroke and all that shot making ability. Sometimes the strategy can overwhelm the gunslingers. But a little bit of both helps too. Game 2 looks like 5-ball went down. Paul broke, and now Jim is looking at the table. So Oscar and Mike now have control of the table. Oh, the 8-ball went down. That's going to be game 1-1 now. That's game 2, so it's 1 apiece now between Mike and Oscar, Jim and Paul. I'll be back. I just have to get a glass of water.
Yeah, if we had our shit together, I'd have another monitor here. Like you can put it up on a monitor like this. You put it on a big monitor. No, you need a hard line. But you could do it. You could do a 5-inch transmitter, a Bluetooth transmitter.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking.
Playable matches. Yep, those that can go up. We got 5 tables, so the whole tables are playable.
Okay. Trying to get some coffee. All right, so I'm assuming it's still 1-1 here. Nice back cut on the 7. Bump that 9 out of the way. Yeah, Oscar. Tell you what a great venue this place is. Yeah, really nice flooring here. Very big space, lots of flat screen TVs. Man, you could have a dance off here at Pins and Pockets. Tried to fram it in the corner there. Well, there's only 2 stripes on the table here. And I think that the hard part is getting to the 8 ball. That is the perfect angle. Maybe even a little more extreme, but that's not a bad angle. Just draw this back. Not too hard. Oh, he's going to get between the 5 and 4 in the side pocket. Unfortunate roll. I think he drew that with inside English. Uh-oh, somebody bumped the camera.
Yeah, you just touch it, you go to the right, and right, and back. Those little guys, you put to the other side. You don't have 5 tables. Yeah. If you got 12, 14 tables,
All right, so Oscar has a tough shot here. He's back cutting at this one. He's got to be careful with his cue ball. When you're cutting balls that thin from that distance, you always got to be careful with your cue ball. Very nice shot. The scratch could have been on, but now he's left his partner pretty tough. Let's see how Mike plays this shot. Jogging up a little. Just gonna put a little bit of. Wow, what a nice shot.
Yeah, so if they lost the first match, it would be over. These guys lost. It's a true double.
That's gonna make it 2-1. Mike and Oscar pulled it off right there, boy. I tell you, what a nice cut shot on the 1 ball. Long shot on the 3 ball. A cup of hot coffee. All right, it's going to be 2-1 now. Mike and Oscar are on the hill. Here comes the break by Oscar. Can you win on the break? Can you win on the break?
Yeah, 8-ball on the break.
You can win on the break, folks. 8-ball break. Oh, soft break.
You can also lose in the break, too.
You can lose on the break as well, yes. But Oscar chose the soft sort of safety break. This is going to be a game with a couple of innings. Lot of traffic. It's going to be like there's almost as much traffic on this table as there's going to be tomorrow on Valentine's Day in downtown LA. We got the marathon going on tomorrow. Why on earth does the city pick Valentine's Day to do the LA Marathon? I'll never know. Good shot, good shot. Hey, I don't know. Maybe these guys can break a few balls out and make it happen in this one inning. Kind of like that. Wow. Impressive performance so far by these guys. Jim and Paul are schooling the young guns here. Because they don't have coffee at the bar. They go all the way to the other bar. What a beautiful shot. What a beautiful shot. And I think the 6 is available. Well, these guys are really coming in at a clutch moment. Would look to be an almost impossible safety break to run through. Seems to be easily handled by these two gentlemen. Jim now on the 8 ball. All that work. And all of that work pays off. What a great shot. And a great run out by Jim and Paul. It's Hill today. 2-2, the second match and the second Hill match in a row. What a beautiful out that was. Proving me wrong. I could have sworn this game was going to take several innings, but it only took one. All right, sorry about that. Check. Okay. Everything's gone haywire. Okay, we're better now. People talking to me, asking me questions. No, I didn't get the ring, poor man. God. Send us a donation. I might have a pound down payment for the engagement ring for Geraldine. Jeesh. You guys. What? Your nails look beautiful. Hill. Suddenly, music is important in a pool room. Huh? All right, so Oscar and Mike are at it again. Conference time between these guys. It looks like the 5 is, oh no, I'm sorry, the 14? 10 ball. Okay, he didn't want to do that. He didn't want to go slamming into those solids. Just leave them where they are. Now, you're all messed up, sir. It looked good on paper. Probably not. It doesn't even look good on paper, actually. You should have just left those solids. You roll that ball in slow. Play the 14 next. But it's all changed now. One thing they do have going to their credit right now is the 2 stripes at the bottom left corner. They are covering the 1 ball. So that's one thing to their credit. Looks like, ow! Looks like somebody could use a piece of Kamui chalk.
Brand new table. brand new balls.
Brand new table, brand new balls. Checking in with Ian Brock. How you doing, Ian?
I'm good, Daniel. How's it going?
That's good, man. Always a pleasure to be back with you at SoCal TAP, man.
Well, it's always a pleasure to have you here, Daniel.
So,
Thanks for coming out again.
Dude, this is a great venue, man.
It is. It's cool, huh?
I love this.
Yeah.
This is like...
It's super easy for us, too. It's got
I
elevated
say-
seating and it's all
Yeah.
segregated. It's nice.
Yeah, huge parking lot.
Yeah. No, it's got everything.
The food's jamming.
The food's the best going. They have a chef here, and they do an excellent job. Great prices. They have the cheapest beer on the circuit, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'd join you, but I haven't had a drink in like 6 months.
I know. I'm happy for you.
It's kind of crazy. I actually...
I got to move a bracket. Hold on.
Okay. I can actually multitask again. So anyway. Back with you now. Flying solo. Ow! There goes Whitey. Hey, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. I'm having fun today, okay? This ain't going to be all serious stuff going on. We're not going to talk about the industry and about other things. That doesn't exist anymore. Here we are. Just a couple of... Just today, that's right. We're just a couple of ballers hanging out, enjoying the game the way it's supposed to be enjoyed for generations now. Jim is turning out to be the superhero of this whole match. I gotta tell you, the breakout he played in the last game was pretty frickin' amazing. And he played a hell of a shot on the 8-ball. Wow! Paul made that go in like a Tiger Woods putt. I hope you can hear me in this big cavernous room that we're in. All right, so now it's conference time because the 14 is covering, I think, both balls. The 2-ball might go in past the 14. I'm not 100%. They look like they're shooting at it. Didn't go. I don't know if it did go in the first place. But Oscar, this is a golden moment for Oscar and Mike right now, who have a chance to tie this, to end this match, actually, to sew this match up. 3-2. What? Okay, this is actually a very good angle because Oscar can make the next shot a lot easier for Mike. Just roll this ball forward. Now you don't want to put any force follow or any inside on this because you could come in front of the... Look at this guy with the pizza. Complete party foul by the server. Just comes in with a 37-inch pizza. You don't want to end up behind the 2. Okay, that's fine. Okay, a little angle here. So Mike may just roll this in slow, which can be done. But if he decides to draw this back, he's got to be very careful. If he draws this back too far, he may end up snookering Oscar on the 8-ball behind the 4. You got to shoot this ball right. Shoot it right. You got to kind of cinch draw this. No point in arguing. No, I'm just kidding. No, these guys, like I said, timeouts There are no timeouts. The whole game is a timeout. Bump shape on the 8-ball for the corner pocket. This is going to do it. It's going to be Oscar and Mike. It's going to be Mike and Oscar. Slow rolled it in, and it's over. Mike and Oscar take it down against two very strong. I liked these guys. Jim and Paul, I like them a lot. Hopefully we'll see these guys play in another match. I have a feeling they're going to do good today. I have a feeling you're going to do good. We're all doing good today here at Pins and Pockets for the SoCal TAP. We'll be right back.